The old woman shuffled to the door of her weathered hut, its wooden frame groaning softly as she pushed it open. A crisp breath of dawn greeted her, carrying the earthy scent of dew and the faint promise of frost. Her brittle bones ached with the chill, each step a whispered protest against the relentless march of time. The air felt heavy, charged with an unspoken change, and her body spoke to her of an early winter creeping in like an unwelcome guest. Easing herself into a thatched, time-worn chair that creaked under her weight, she gazed out over the courtyard. It was little more than a patch of uneven ground fringed by modest homes, their roofs sagging with age, but it was hers, a quiet corner in the heart of the village. Around her, the world stirred to life. Smoke began to curl from chimneys, and muffled voices carried on the wind as hunters prepared for their journey into the deep woods. Soon the courtyard would fill with the laughter of children, their tiny feet kicking up dust as they raced after each other, daring the forest to yield its secrets. Some would come back with treasures, shiny stones or peculiar sticks, while others would wield the revolting finds of curious minds, squirming beetles, clumps of moss that stank of decay, or worse. Anything, of course, to delay the chores their mothers would soon demand of them. The woman's gaze softened as she watched these small moments unfold, her thoughts drifting. How many children had she seen grow into weathered men and wise women under her watch? How many more would come and go before her own time ended? Her joints might protest the answer, but time had its own will. A faint smile came to her lips, but it faded as her eyes settled on a distant hill, its crown of trees dark against the pale blush of morning. Her face hardened, her gaze narrowing as shadows flickered across her mind. Her lips moved, the words escaping like a curse carried on the breeze. The Stormcaller has brought you here, given you a path back to this world, but you are not welcome. Your time has passed. Her storm-grey eyes, the colour of turbulent skies over the Sco River, rose to meet the heavens. Against the faint blush of dawn, a fiery streak arced across the Ascrian skyline. A comet, its tail ablaze, dragging the whispers of an old prophecy with it. Her hand, veined and trembling, rested lightly on the arm of her chair as she whispered again, her voice tinged with both defiance and sorrow. You come late, great stag. My visions fail to see what delays you. What game does the trickster play now? Her gaze fell back to the hilltop, and her shoulders sagged as if the weight of understanding had finally settled upon them. A faint glaze veiled her eyes, the telltale shimmer of sight beyond sight, as her voice grew quieter, almost reverent. You cannot shield the land from what has begun. He is gathering more to his cause. The old gods will not endure his will, and neither will you, great stag. What follows will be worse, but— A long pause hung in the air, heavy as the frost-laden clouds above. They will come. They will bind the wounds tearing the land, though it will cost them dearly. Peace will rise from the ashes, great stag. You will see. She paused again, almost reluctant to allow the words to escape for fear of their finality. Or there will be blood. Her words lingered in the air, a dire warning and a faint hope intertwined. The comet burned brighter for a moment, a vivid scar against the morning sky before fading into the horizon. The old woman exhaled deeply, her gaze distant and her heart heavy with the weight of what she had seen and what was yet to come.